behalf of our Kehillah, I would very much like to thank Rabbi Katzenstein for his very inspiring words, very moving words, and very worthy tribute to Meir Sandberg. I was thinking, as I came up here, that regardless of anything I might want to say about Meir, I think if you look at the door, you can see the biggest tribute to Meir. His classmates are all here. I didn't know they would be here, and I haven't been part of the conversations, but I can tell you with certainty they're not here because they were told to be here. They're here because of the relationship they have with Meir. They're here because of who Meir is. They would have all come individually if they hadn't been asked, if nobody came up with the idea, I'm sure of it. And I think that's probably the biggest tribute we can give to Meir, we can state about Meir. It's interesting that Rabbi Sandberg and I apparently picked the same example to embarrass Meir with. And I'll just, since it's already out there, I'll put it out there again, because I think it's just the prime example of who Meir is. 2 Hoshana Rabbahs ago, so everybody, throws their stuff around and beats the ground and walks out, and there's just stuff everywhere. And so I took out the vacuum in the lobby, and I was about to vacuum, and Meir came up and said, "You like some help?" I said, "Sure." And what I didn't know is that Meir was not going to relinquish the vacuum until the entire shul, this room, the base medrash, and the hallway had been vacuumed. I couldn't get him to stop. It was really annoying. But that's an example of who Meir is, and there are many examples like that, but to me it's just the prime one. Meir has put so much effort into the youth minyan, and week after week after week after week after week, making sure there are people to lay and people to daven, people will be there on time. It's a very thankless job. It's a job that most young men would not want to take on. And he takes it on with a smile, and it gets done. It's interesting to me when Rav Winter Zatzal approached me about being president, which obviously neither of us really understood the conversation we were having at the time. Really, he was largely doing it in terms of a vision that he had for the shul and where he felt it could go, and that we had a window of opportunity. And one of the main things on his agenda was the youth, and really wanting to build up the youth within the shul, being able to provide more of a connection with the youth, being able to really do for the youth. And in fact, in my last conversation with him, when he described his vision for the next Rav, that was one of the things that he emphasized, somebody that would connect with the youth. Someone steeped in Torah, but that had that ability to connect with the youth and inspire them. Baruch Hashem, we've been able to satisfy that goal. But it's interesting tonight that we're honoring the Sussmans, where Mrs. Sussman has played so a key role in our youth and the programs for our youth. And not just, by the way, it's not just the Shabbos morning youth programs. It's also other programming for girls that occurs at Motzei Shabbos, other very innovative programs. And Meir Sandberg, who I believe exemplifies the vision we have for where and who we want our youth to be. So it's really a privilege to have someone like Meir in our community, because this isn't just a token award, but it's an award really where Meir is setting a bar, is setting an example for all of our youth. And so it's our privilege to honor him and to thank him for all that he does. I'd like to call Meir up for his award. So we got Meir a Megillah. So we got Meir. Meir's receiving 2 gift certificates, one to Eli Chai's and one to Sports Authority. And he's receiving the Youth Service Award. GQ, watch out. So it's Southeast Hebrew Congregation Youth Service Award presented to Mayor Sandberg. You'll recognize this part. And all who are involved faithfully in needs of the community, the Holy One, blessed be He, will pay them their reward. Signed by Reb Mordechai Reinschlita and Chaim Singer, janitor. Mazel tov.
Say thank you to Mr. Chaim Singer for giving me this honor. Rishus, my parents, Sim Winter, Ray Ryan, and Rebbeim, everyone gathered here today. I'd like to thank, before I start, I'd like to thank everyone who put in effort to make this banquet happen. The past few weeks, we have been reading about the building of the Mishkan and its utensils. For the 7 days before the official inauguration of the Mishkan, the Shiras Yimei HaMilum, the Mishkan was erected every day and then disassembled at the end of the day. While the Mishkan was standing, Moshe acted as a Kohen Gadol, modeling and teaching the Klal Yisrael to fulfill their respected obligations in their service of Hashem. These inaugural days were called Chinuch. Within that context, Chinuch means preparing a person to fulfill a job within the community environment. Chinuch means that individuals have different jobs to fulfill in their service of God, that each individual must work towards achieving his purpose in order for there to be success collectively, similar to the components of a working machine. To have an effective shul community, the youth need to be trained and prepared to perform the tasks that will be asked of us in the future. The youth meeting in our shul offers an environment for the youth to get their much-needed extra sleep, to learn how to daven for the Yamim, lane, how to be gabbai, and most of all, make chillin. The kids can do this in a relaxed, non-judgmental environment. This will enable them to become leaders in this shul or any other shul when they are ready. It is honored to be recognized at this dinner tonight. Mr. Singer, when you came to the house to tell me that I'd been chosen, I thought you were coming over because I was in trouble. I was in for a big surprise. You are a tremendous role model for me, and how you do everything with a smile is amazing. I'd like to thank Rabbi Ryan for all his efforts in commitment to the minyan and the youth. Thank you, Rabbi Slater, for helping me in the very beginning, developing me into what I can do today. I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Teichman for all they do for the minyan, showing me a true commitment to the youth of our community. From shopping for the weekly kiddush, sending out emails, attaining sponsorships, even filling in and leading in emergency situations, you do it with a smile, more importantly with any fanfare. I feel very privileged to be recognized with Rabbi and Mrs. Sussin at this dinner. My family and I feel very privileged to have them in our community. I'd like to thank Rabbi Katzin for everything he has done for me in the last 3 years as a Menahel, and for helping me write this speech. I'd like to thank the two Gabon that I worked with. One wasn't able to make it, Simi and Danny. They have got me through all the hard weeks when no one wanted to lane, and they helped me make the minyan run smoothly. I really appreciate their help and their friendships. I really appreciate everyone who's in the back that came to support me. It means a lot. Thank you. I'd like to thank my grandparents, great-grandparents, uncles, and aunts for coming and supporting me. And a special happy birthday to Zadie. Thanks for celebrating here with me. A special thanks to Uncle Nan and Hannah for coming in from Connecticut in this harsh weather. I'd like to thank my siblings for everything they do for me. I'm so lucky to have you. To my parents, I can't thank them enough. They've always been there for me when times were good and bad. They always support me whenever I do, and I know whenever they need me, whenever I need them, they will be there to help and show their support. Thank you. Most of all, I'd like to thank Hashem for all that He does and has done for me and my family. Amen.
Okay, in just a couple of minutes, we're going to have dessert, and that'll later be followed by convention cleverly. So please enjoy your seatmates, have a conversation, meet everybody you don't know, go on, enjoy the dessert.